We're going to be talking about 3 hacks for live streaming and up-leveling your level 2 productions using Streamyard or Restream or any cloud-based live streaming service. And I've got a special guest with me today. She is going to rock your socks off with her 3 hacks for these platforms. And I love the conversation that we're going to have today, because when it comes to creating professional live streams, Mel is going to tell you how, she looks at us and everything that we do in our productions and hacks her way to find how to do those things in a system that's not built to do so. So I'm very excited about this. It's really all about using what you got and being okay with where you are. So I want to know from you who is actually using what we call a level 2 service, which is Streamyard or Restream, going live on the browser. You just go there. You don't download any software. Are you a level 2? Let me know in the comments. And if you are something else, let me know what that is too. If you are new around here, definitely type new in the comments. I would love to meet you. And if you are new, then you don't know me. Hello, I'm Luria Petrucci from Live Streaming Pros. And we teach you how to create professional live video that is uniquely you. Fail of a button. All right, Mel, just say it. Just say it.
I mean, I want the buttons, but man, sometimes I'm like, I'm terrified to click the wrong button. But hey, you guys, as Luria always says, it's not a matter of when, or if. It's a matter of when something's not going to go your way when you're on live video. But that actually is the beauty of it, right, Luria? Like, people don't expect perfection.
No, they don't. She was telling me before the show when I made another button mistake that maybe I should down level from level 3 to her level.
I mean, if those stream keys are stressing you out, you can think about it, but it's okay. Level 2 certainly requires some thought, some creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, I kind of sometimes will say, you can create these little hacks or like duct tape your way into doing things that the level 3 or even 4 programs do. And so, as you mentioned, I've been watching you go live for years now, and you and I I've been so blessed to have you in my life and connected to you and get to kind of chat sometimes. And and so I'm always looking up, right? So I look at you and Live Streaming Pros, and even David, like you're like the live streaming mentors for me. And so it's funny. I remember, I think it was probably like early last year, I went ahead and like downloaded like the vMix trial. And this was like, I was like going live on my phone, and I was doing some live streaming with one of the other level 2 programs, Be Live TV, when it was kind of first coming out. And I was like, I want to do that fun stuff that Luria and David and all those people are doing. And so I tried vMix and I opened it up, and I pretty much was like, this is not for me right now. This is a little too heavy. And so I kind of just like, I tried it and I got a little annoyed with it and frustrated. And I didn't have the time in my my capacity to sit down and really play around and learn something that was a bit on the heavier side, right? Certainly you can learn them if you dedicate the time, you can learn these systems. So I kind of backed away from that. And then I just was like, I'm not ready to give up. I want to figure out ways to do these fun things, like I want to dance in my intro. I want to figure something out. I want to play music. I want to have a countdown. And so I started, I currently am a Streamyard user. So I love Streamyard. That's how we have a lot of Streamyard users. We got a lot of Restream users as well. These level 2 systems are so similar, all of them now. And so what's really cool is I'm going to tell you about some things that I've learned, kind of hacked my way into, that regardless of which level 2 program you're using, you can absolutely probably do most of the things I'm going to talk about and show you today. The other thing I always like to say, and I know, Luria, you're really big about this too. I always say, so when people like you see fancy things, if you will, fancy things, don't let it intimidate you. Let it inspire you, right? So again, if you're brand new to live streaming, don't go crazy. Like all you need is this.
Yes.
That's all you need. And that like literally.
And that's level 1, by the way, is the phone, exactly. Right?
Yes. I've been live streaming on Facebook since it first came out. And, I remember when you went live and you only got that little square and there was none of this stuff, right? It's not for us, normal people, right? Not like you guys, producer land, you can figure out everything. But so anyway, you get to this place by by digging in and trying. You get to this place by
Yes.
playing around with it, having fun with it, knowing that no one's going to expect perfection. You're going to click on the wrong thing or something's going to happen. It happens all the time. It still happens to me. And my audience, they kind of know it. Like they know,
Yeah.
like, yeah, hey, oh, she'll be right back. This happens. No big deal. So honestly, in a way, the more you screw up, the more forgiving your audience might be because they know you're going to come back. It's when you quit and you walk away from it all is when that just doesn't do anything for you. So
Yeah.
now I always just
hold
like
on.
to say, go ahead.
Before you move on into the things, real
Yeah.
quick, Thrifty Santa, new. Jerome,
Woo!
new. I don't know if I missed anyone. Oh, Blessed Timony, brand new. Love the energy. Awesome. You guys are going to love Mel. And I didn't actually properly introduce her yet because this is what I love about Mel. She just takes it and runs with it. She can hold her own, which is what I love about Mel. She has been just a great friend to me, and for outside of the personal side of things, what I love about her is how she really shows up for her audience, and her goal is to help you use social media in an authentic way. There are tons of tools out there and things that you can do, things that everybody is saying to do, but she focuses on that authenticity and making sure that you're showing up as you are and connecting with people in that manner. So that's why I thought she would be an amazing guest today. And if you guys like her so far, let me know. Just say love in the comments.
Give me the love. Give me the love, people. Let's go.
Give
Let's
her
go.
the love.
I appreciate that. And you're right. I'm so into authenticity. And I know you are as well, especially with your Uniquely You initiatives and everything else.
Yeah.
That's why I think I love live video so much, because in my opinion, it doesn't get much more authentic than that. You're not pre-recording anything. You are here. You're live. The stutters, the coughs, the sneezes, all of it right here, which is how real life is, right? So that's one of the things I love the most about live video. And I think I'm huge with video when it's in your social media, and especially live video, because it speeds up the like, know, and trust factor. That's what I always say. When somebody can get to know you, hear your voice, see your face, see your terrible dance moves like mine.
Wait, excuse me? Did you just call me a terrible dancer? I think that's what she just said.
My terrible dance moves. My terrible dance moves. I could never, ever even try to stand on a stage with you and dance, Luria. No way. But that's what I love about live videos, because that's people want to get to know people in an authentic way. They don't want the fake stuff. They don't want the filters. They want to trust you. And in order to trust you, they got to know they're getting the real you. And before they want to buy from you or subscribe or join your club or whatever it might be, they got to know they can trust you, and they need to get there. And that live video, I think, just speeds that process up even faster than some quotes and some images and some whatevers and some pre-records and all those things.
Yeah.
Get on live video, show up, and like the rest is history, honestly. So,
and that's what's so important about just taking the action. That's why level 2 is something that, like she was saying earlier, you shouldn't be worried about. And just to clarify, so level 1 is the phone, level 2 is browser-based services like what we're showing you today. Level 3 is eCam, which, to answer Jerome, I think it was, asking what software am I using, I'm using eCam, and vMix is on a PC, what we recommend at a level 3. And then level 4 is professional studio, all the bells and whistles, the strategy that goes along with it. But that's what's so important, is because of the connection that you can create with people. Dude, like, you just got to get started. You can't wait to have perfection. And by the way, our Streamer Accelerator members, call out to all our amazing Streamer Accelerator members. You guys are going to get a special training about perfection from Mel next week in the Streamer Accelerator group. So I want to get down to business and make sure that we dig into some of this training. So we have 3 hacks for you to make sure that you are up-leveling your level 2 production so that you can just, stay where you are as long as you need. And then when you're ready to take it to level 3, you can do that. So what are we going to start off with?
Yeah, so we're going to start off. So here's the deal. So we all see Luria in her lives and live stream pros. We see them start out with The countdown timer, right? The countdown timer is what I mean, I texted Luria one day. I was like, the dancing during the countdowns like become part of your brand. Like you actually can never not do that now.
I
So I
know.
hope you don't ever injure your foot or anything like that because it's like become part of the show, right?
Yeah.
And I think it was kind of organic, wasn't it? A little bit, Luria.
Yeah,
So
it was yeah, so I don't really remember how it happened. And that's what we were talking about actually, because I don't really remember how this like came about. I do remember asking Paul, because we used to use a video countdown timer. And I asked Paul, I was like, I really want transparent. I like people to be able to see, behind the scenes. And I guess I just danced to dance because I didn't know what else.
you felt awkward sitting there clicking and sharing and doing things. So you thought, all right, and it's the music. The music's good. Like you want to move around a little bit, you want to shake it up. So it's
Yes.
cool. I love it. So yes, the countdown timer is the first thing I want to talk about. So I was like, I want a freaking countdown timer. Like I want a countdown timer, but I'm not using Ecamm. I'm a PC girl. Okay. There's
That's
that. And
fine.
then like again, the vMix, it was like, so I was like, I gotta figure this out. And so in the level 2 programs, they will now let you upload pre-recorded or pre-created videos. Now, this is really good if you have like a little commercial you want to show. Like Luria pulls in her little streamer accelerator things. You could create a video that would be like one of those and you would just play it really quick. And when it plays, it takes over the screen. And so I was like, yes, I'm going to make a countdown timer. But then I was like, but I'm not a video editor. I don't use video editing software. So, I am all about plug and play. I'm all about like, I want to turn it on, I want to plug it in, and I don't want to have to like do a bunch of configuration. I don't want to have to spend a bunch of time learning. So I really like using easy to use applications. So my audience, the people that I serve, are what I call DIY marketers. They're doing their own marketing DIY style, like doing it themselves. And so we don't have Paul Dixon's. Believe me, Paul, is he watching?
I don't know. I haven't seen him chime in. Please tell us Paul is not watching right now because
I
she's
don't
about
want Paul to be watching because
she's-
we all need Pauls in our lives, in our businesses, but some of us just aren't there yet. We can't have a Paul Dixon in our business. So for those of you that don't have a Paul Dixon in your business, this is for you. So Canva is a great application that I love to use, and it can do so many things, and it's very popular. If you don't know about Canva, just go check it out, canva.com. It's easy. It's a really great program that provides you with templates. Well, they introduced video a couple years ago into the software, and so now, and they've been adding even more videos, and so I created my own countdown timers in Canva, and I've made them for my friends before, and it's, you guys, the beauty of the countdown timer. So I can't dance in mine because, you need that level 3 if you that transparency.
Yeah,
So,
it's the transparency issue that is between level 2 and level 3. So that's definitely something to consider.
there are definitely limitations to the
Mhm.
customization you can do, but again, get your audience used to a countdown. If you're starting out, don't wait till level 3 to do a countdown. Do a countdown now. Make a custom countdown. So some of these, I think Restream has it now too. They actually give you a countdown timer that you can use inside their system by default.
Exactly.
So you can.
And
just
by the
use
way,
there.
links to all the things that we're talking about today on all the levels and everything is in the description for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, good. So the reason why a countdown timer is really effective is because, you got to warm your audience up, and a lot of people aren't going to join right when you click go live. And those of you that have probably been doing live video and maybe aren't using a countdown, you got to kind of like warm up before you get into the good stuff, because you got to let people have time to tune in. So you might tell a story, you might hang out, maybe you just sit there and you wait. I've actually seen people do that. Like they literally just sit and like, I'm going to wait for some people to get on.
Yes, so bad. Like,
And then I'm out.
no.
I'm like, okay, maybe
No,
I'll
no,
come
no.
back. I don't know. But if there's like a countdown timer and I know, oh, sweet, she's starting in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
This music is cool. Great. So anyway, so I'm going to just pull up Canva here. And so this is Canva. So this is actually a countdown timer that I made in Canva. Now you might be like, well, that looks cool. It's not a template. Yeah. So like it's literally, I went to pixabay.com. I downloaded a free, you're going to get a sneak peek here. These little timers right here. I downloaded them from Pixabay for free, so you get to use them for whatever you want.
Okay.
And I just downloaded the 10-minute version, and then you go into your Canva and you add it and you trim it. So if you use Canva, all this stuff, you can move this stuff around. Well, I don't know why it's not moving around for me right now, but There it goes. So you can change the text, you can grab a template, which is what this one is. I started out with a little template, and there's a lag on my computer, of course, because we're live. That's why it's doing that. Um, and so, you add the timer in. It's an element, it's a video element that you add in, and then you can create different versions. So I have like a live Q&A. There's the countdown timer that plays before my live Q&A. This is just a generic one that I like to use sometimes when I'm going public on my page. It's not necessarily a specific type of thing.
Yeah.
But the point is like you can go into here these templates and you can find all kinds. These are all video templates.
Is
You can find them. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, is this something that you're covering in your boot camp that's coming up?
Yeah, actually, there's actually some bonuses
Okay.
and some training. So I have a tech library in my boot camp, my live video boot camp that's coming up. Thank you for that, mentioning that, by the way. And yeah, we actually go through this stuff and sneak peek. So it's funny because enrollment technically is open, but you'd be like in the backdoor version. But there's actually a bonus that is some Canva templates. Like you literally will just go in and make it your own. I'll have the timers in there for you. Pretty simple stuff. So as a boot camp member, you get those countdown timer templates. And so, I mean, that's kind of like what I want to do because I want to make it easy for people. But
And that link is on our website and in the description as well. And I because I know you guys are going to ask a whole bunch of questions about like how to do this in Canva and how to do that in Canva. And we don't have time for a total tutorial. She's just trying to give you an idea today. And then you can take her boot camp for additional stuff.
yeah. And so if you don't want anything super complicated or you don't want to get too sophisticated with, messing around, you can literally just go in, grab a template, add the timer. These are templates that were already in Canva.
Nice.
All this is a background with a timer over it. Pretty easy and pretty simple,
Yeah.
right? They're not complicated. Now, if you can add music to these as well. What I would recommend is if you're getting started, just pick a free song because Canva has free music as well. It's actually, I think, provided by Epidemic Sound. So I think it's all even
Oh, that's
Epidemic
interesting.
Sound. I know, isn't that cool?
Yeah,
It's
so
not all
Epidemic Sound, she was talking about my music and everything. That's exactly what we use, for all of our music. It is $15 a month. So that's interesting that, which is not bad at all because they're amazing songs. Like literally, these songs are some of my favorite songs ever. But it's interesting that Canva has like maybe licensed some of them from Epidemic.
Yeah, that's exactly what they've done. So for example, it is like a 0.1% of the Epidemic Sound library is accessible to you. And some of the songs are free, but then a lot of the songs they do require a pro subscription to Canva to use them.
That's what I'm curious about though, is because so if you're just downloading those, I feel like you're still gonna need that subscription for Epidemic Sound to play those if they're from Epidemic Sound because of copyright issues. Have you tested that?
I thought the same thing. And so I'm a Canva certified creative. And so I reached out to our contact, Charmaine, and I was like, hey, I'm a little bit nervous about this. I know that even if somebody does have a license, sometimes Facebook or one of the other social media platforms will just assume they don't. They'll take it down. You have to prove it. Then they bring your stuff back up. And she said, we've never had any issues. We have an agreement with Epidemic Sound. The free music, I think, is probably, if you want to start out and you're a little nervous about it, go with the free stuff. There's a lot of free songs on there that are great. In fact, so whenever I make anything for somebody else, I make sure that I do a free song because if they don't have a Canva Pro account, then they haven't paid for the license of that song. So it does get a little tricky, a little bit kind of funky. But I think that they have an agreement because she actually even told me that. She said that they have an agreement with Epidemic Sound. And as long as you have your account, because there's a way like YouTube is the one, you have to when you go in here, before I download the song, it'll actually tell me if it's going to do it. Maybe pick one of these. It'll actually prompt me. Oh, you know what? I think I have free songs in this one. It would prompt me right here and it would say, you need to highlight the account you're going to use this for. So there have ways to connect them. Yeah. There's ways with it. Yeah. Okay. So the other thing, again, we could go down a rabbit hole with all that, but the other thing that I really like about Canva is you can use these. I'll show you. I'll actually pull up my StreamYard account really quick so you guys can kind of get a general idea about what this looks like.
Oh no! You snake peeked something.
Dang it! Hey,
that's hack number 3 that's coming up, but you weren't supposed to see that.
Don't go anywhere. It's coming. Don't go anywhere. You better not jump off this stream because did you see that? It's coming up. It's coming up. Okay. So what I wanted to show is real quick. So I got this. You actually did a training, and I was like, what? I was like, be right back screen. Why did I never think about that?
Yes.
This is an animation I made in Canva. I downloaded it as a GIF file or GIF, however you want to say it.
I always still say GIF, but whatever.
See, I say GIF, and I'm gonna get hate mail because of it, because I say GIF.
I know.
It's fine. I don't know. I'm like, well, if it's GIF, then why is a JPG a JPEG? Same thing, right? So
That's a
anyway,
rabbit hole.
I know, right? It's a totally different stream there.
Just a quick overview of what BRB is. Be right back. These screens, we typically use them in IRL, where if the stream goes down or data connection is lost, it can pop on over to a BRB screen to tell the audience, hey, we're going to be right back, just hang tight, but also you don't lose the connection or the stream itself. But I believe that everybody should have a BRB screen prepared and ready to go, just because, like, let's say FedEx comes to the door. You could get up and totally just like let the audience see that, or you could go to BRB screen, or let's say something really bad happens behind the scenes or something. Like, all of that stuff is really engaging anyway. So I'm not saying you shouldn't allow any of that on stream, but there might be situations where you're like, okay, like, you know, anything. I could think of some things, but I don't want to say them out loud. But I'm just saying, like, you should have this prepared. So that's what she's talking about.
Yeah, and it's great because, I mean, just like all those great examples you gave, there are a million others we could think of.
Oh yeah.
But what I like to use this for is sometimes I need to, like, maybe a camera got jacked up, or maybe my microphone's being weird, or I need to make an adjustment. I'll actually just be like, everybody give me a second. Let me change a couple of things. Or maybe just something, you know, something's not going the way you want it to, and you want an opportunity to kind of like troubleshoot and fix it, but not with like your troubleshooting face, which is probably like your, you know, resting bee face. Because you're focused, right? You're like, God, what is going on? What's wrong with this thing?
Totally.
You don't want to do that. You know, or in like my case, your daughter and her friend, even though you just told them, hey guys, I'm about to be live, so I need you to be quiet. And all of a sudden you're on here and you're like, you mute your microphone and you're like, you're smiling, but you're like, I need you guys to be quiet right now. Like, seriously. So you can actually go be right back and be like, what the hell? Like, I told you to be quiet. So, I mean, it happens, you know. So the be right back screen is actually really useful for lots of things. Anyway, so you could do this. You could just make it a slide if you want. But with inside StreamYard, Restream, they give you these options to have these overlays, these extra graphics, right? So the, you know, the other overlays, you can create your own, you know, branding. I use Canva to create these as well. I just export them as transparent files. But the be right back screen was one I thought was like, I was like, that's so great. And I have used it. And so it just helps you kind of take yourself off screen, but it not be a blank screen. So I love using Canva to create these graphics. Again, I use the countdown timers. You can see I have lots of different countdown timers. And then the last one I love is I made a little outro screen.
Nice.
Yeah, like a little outro video, because one of the other things is when you click end live broadcast, you're like, you have to kind of sit there and smile for a minute because it doesn't end right that second. You don't want to be like, thanks for watching, click, and be like, oh God, that was
then you're still live
on screen. So if you use that version, if you go to the welcome, thank you for watching, then you're off screen and it just goes away whenever it wants to go away. So anyways, those are my little tricks.
Nice.
Again, all in level 2. This is all stuff you do in Ecamm with different scenes, right?
Exactly. And again, the difference here between level 2 and level 3 is transparency. And so level 2 services do not support transparency. So if all of our countdown timers at the moment on our Live Streaming Pro store, where we have done for you graphics, those are transparent countdown timers. And maybe one day we'll add non-transparent countdown timers too, who knows? But but for now, like, that's why she's showing you this, because, you know, we've got transparency versus none. And so you can't do these specific things. And by the way, I just want to give you compliments and shout outs on your graphics, because I don't think Paul is here, but I also don't think he would be cringing if he were.
Oh, thank God, because I'm telling you, Paul's stuff is so good. I love his stuff.
I actually like your graphics. You do.
I have animation envy sometimes. sometimes. But yeah, they get I mean, here's the thing. Canva's got tons of templates. I'm always playing around with that stuff. You don't have to be a good designer. Just, it's great. That's what I love about it. So don't feel like you have to wait for the day for you to hire a Paul Dixon. You can do that stuff. Now, the other little trick I'll say is you can also get started with some things if you want, and then go to like Fiverr.com and say, hey, go ahead and make this animated and add a countdown to it. If you don't want to like figure out how to actually put the clock in it.
Yeah.
And for $5, somebody on there can do that for you. So you got to kind of, know that you're on a journey, and we want you to get started here. Start out with the phone, then go to level 2, get your audience used to some of these fun things. You and yourself can get used to some of these fun things. Let live video help you make more money. And then you can invest in some of the other stuff and get ready for level 3. And that's kind of the whole point. But if you sit back and you don't do anything, you're not going to make progress.
And I think I may have seen, and I don't know which Anne I saw in here, but one of our students, she waited for a year. She was convinced that she needed to do live video, but she waited for a year to take action, in part because of the perfection mentality. And her business, when she started going live, her business literally grew, what was it, 30%. If I remember correctly, 30 freaking percent.
That's amazing.
Wouldn't you would have preferred 30% growth the previous year?
Yes, totally. This is why I also embrace imperfect sales pages. And that's an inside joke for you and me, but imperfect sales pages as well, because nobody can buy your stuff if you don't get the sales page up.
True.
So,
I literally, like for Streamer Accelerator, I did not do a huge sales page like with all the bells and whistles. I literally was just like, here's what you get. Like,
yeah, seriously, you've come this far, you want it, just buy it. Let's go. I know. That's like the sales page I want, but I don't know. Maybe someday.
She's threatening to do a sales page that literally says, this is what you want, you know it, buy.
Welcome, you are here. This is where you've arrived. Click here and buy. That's it.
Shall we get on to hack number 2?
So the next hack is one that I also was like, okay, I want to I actually got this idea. I was watching David. I had this idea. I've seen people do it, but I literally was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this in my level 2 programs because it just doesn't work. And I was watching David one day when he was kind of in his Geeks Life stuff, when he was going live on Facebook. Now he's over on Twitch, of course, we know, but I loved watching him. He was like working on his logo and working on his art. And I'm like, that's what I like to do. I love I have a private Facebook group and I do behind the scenes stuff all the time. Like I'm like in there working on stuff and showing him what I'm working on. And he was playing music. And I was like, that's so much less. That's like so much more less awkward, whatever. Grammar is not my thing. That's less awkward than like me just sitting here and be like, oh, cool. Oh yeah, that's neat. When you got music playing, it's a little less awkward, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to do that. So one of the other things that the level 2 programs let you do is they actually, when you share your screen, you have an option to select the audio, to share the audio. And I was like, oh my gosh, what if I'm playing like some free music from Harris Heller, or I have my Epidemic Sound browser open because I'm an Epidemic Sound user as well. I have that open in a browser and I share my screen and I click share audio. Will it work? You guys, it works. It totally works.
I love it.
So, so let me real fast. I'm going to pull up Streamyard one more time because I want to show you really quick what this would look like. So
while you're pulling that up, Anne is here and she says it's still imperfect, but I keep going and make sales.
Yay, Anne, you are a rock star, sister. Rock star. Love it. Okay, so let me pull up. What am I doing? Okay, get that out of there. All right. Jeez. Okay, so I can't. I'm trying to make sure that the third hack is not showing right now, but it is. So,
you guys are going to want to see, guys. You are so going to want to see the third hack. I'm so excited about the third hack, and then we have a bonus as well.
Yes, we do. Okay, so you now get a big wide angle of me and downstairs. So I'm in StreamYard. And when I go to share my screen, and I know Restream does the same thing. So right here, you'll see this little checkbox that says share audio. Well, I could share the screen. I'm not going to actually do it because it's going to make a crazy Inception thing. And I also don't want to share what's over here.
You could share a tab though.
Okay. Yeah, I can do a tab. So you can share a tab, Chrome tab.
We're not going to be able to hear, just for you guys to know, like through the interview system that I'm using, we're not going to be able to hear the music that she's playing, but just trust her, it works.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I totally can do this. So let me, I'll share the screen, and you can share a Chrome tab and share the audio. By the way, if you want to play, so I know that the level 2 programs have limitations on how long your videos can be. So for example, your countdown timer, if you want like a full 10-minute countdown timer, you would actually create your 10-minute timer, and you would just play it on your screen and share that whole screen, and that's how you would do it. And so we're just going to share real quick. We're just going to share an application. Whoops, let me go over here, Chrome tab. We'll go to this one. We're going to act like there's music playing here. So,
oh wait, hold on. Here we go.
Oh, it's working. You can control it. All right, there you go. Oh, we're actually playing music, right? So what you would do, oh, hold on. So you would then go to solo layout. So you're in solo layout, your screen is still shared. Okay, but you're in solo layout. So I could be here working on something. You would still hear the music because I'm only showing myself, but I am still sharing my screen and the audio with it. So that's kind of the trick that a lot of people don't realize they can do that. Now, I have tried this 2 ways.
Okay.
I've tried this 2 ways. One, I've tried sharing the Chrome tab. So for example, Epidemic Sound doesn't have an app. I don't know why. They need to create like their own version of Spotify. You know what I'm saying? Totally. But they don't. So
and they need to work with Sonos, because I play Epidemic Sound songs like just in my personal life as well. I jam out to them. They totally need to integrate with Sonos, but just
they just need their own app. Like when I love their stuff. So the way you can, so I will say this: if you share the audio from a Chrome browser or a browser, it is not as high quality when it comes through the stream.
Okay.
But if you are playing something like Spotify and it's downloaded to your system, so like you could go to Harris Heller and his Stream Beats, which are royalty free. You can have Spotify on that screen, and you can share the screen and share the audio, but you're going to share the entire screen. So you have the different options when you share. You can share your entire screen, or you can share an application, or even a Chrome tab. When you share your whole screen, the audio comes through so much better quality. Okay. So that's one of the things I was going to say is share your whole screen. Got it. And that audio is going to come through a lot better than if you just share a Chrome tab. So there you go. That's how you play music. Now, I have done it where I've shared my screen and I went ahead and just was on live video, and I was like doing stuff, and I was like behind the scenes a little bit. It is not near as cool as the transparent countdown timer at all. But again, we got to get started, get your audience used to, train them for what you're going to, eventually graduate to or walk up to, right? So do these things now, have some fun with it. So for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, so that's 2 hacks. We went over Canva for timers. We went over playing music in your level 2 services. Now, by the way, she's showing StreamYard right now. Restream is the one I use. So we also, tell me if you guys want this, because Mel and I have been talking. Do you guys want some more tutorials on both things, comparisons, things like that, more level 2 conversations? Let me know. Anyway, okay, let's go on to the 3rd hack, which I'm so excited about.
Yeah, okay, so this one, you guys, oh my gosh. So you know how like when, Luria and David are on and they get like a super chat or they get something and like all the things happen, like, like all this stuff happens. Like, I'm like, I want that. Like, I want that too. I want like, like whatever.
Well, so, if you joined us on our Thanksgiving stream, you saw like Callie pop up on green screen. Basically, she was like a transparent pop-up that happened, but also we have like the alerts when we get a super chat.
Do it. Can you click it? Don't you have a button for that?
What?
Show one of those things. Can you do that?
Well, I have to get it. I'm not set up for Callie, but I have to get a super chat. And does anybody want to give us a super chat?
Somebody give us a super chat.
Wait, hold on. Let me set it up first. Hold on.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Her level 3 fanciness. We got to wait for her level 3 fanciness.
I didn't put it on this one. Hold on.
Calling me out. Why don't we just show them what we're talking about?
Okay, super chat, go.
Somebody give us a super chat. Okay, So the whole point is that I was like, I want to be able to have some fun with my streams. I also saw one time I was watching somebody and I knew they were using a level 2 program and they had confetti. They actually had confetti. And I was like, what? And I realized and I learned that it was a transparent GIF that they added as an overlay. And so if you, I, I believe StreamYard doesn't have this, or Restream doesn't have it yet, but here's what's really cool about all these applications. They're all copying each other. So if you're a Restream user, don't feel like you need to abandon it and go to StreamYard for this, because eventually Restream's going to do the same thing. I guarantee it. Stick with the program you are working with, you're learning. That's what I always encourage people. But what's cool is right now, yes, yay!
And a bunch more are about to come. So
I hope. I liked the one with the fire. Like it was like,
oh yeah, so
like
there's certain ones.
David and you and
Totally.
like fire.
That one actually is only on vMix. Ecamm doesn't support that particular one. But John, CK, Felicia, Kevin, and your tech coach, and John, all have, and you're, so thank you guys all.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for the super chats. Now y'all know what we're talking about. Those are like transparent animations. So I was like, I want to do this. So Luria, if you want to go ahead and grab my screen again. So I went to the good old Jiffers and Jiffies, right? And I found confetti.
Yeah, you did.
It's confetti. It is not Paul Dixon confetti. Not at all. Not even close.
Coming soon to the LSP store.
Right? So I will say this, you can find transparent GIFs out there in the world of the internet, but you need to make sure that you're like, the user rights are okay and all those fun things, because I really wanted the dancing parrot, the party parrot in my stream as well. And so I figured out how to get the party parrot in here. Now it required some up level hacking. Okay. So now
I love the party parrot.
I do too. And I'm still looking into like the party parrot, like legalese and stuff. I'm pretty sure I can use the party parrot, but party parrots everywhere. Everyone has modified the dang party parrot. So why can't I use the party parrot? So anyways, my point is that you can go find these GIFs out there, right? They're like stickers or known as lots of different things. And you can download them and you're allowed to use them in your content. But what happens is it's like going to fill your screen. And so I was like, dang it. I just want the party parrot like down at the bottom, right? And I also have the Carlton, by the way. So we've got that one. Long story short.
Oh, I have one.
Get it. Get it.
Where is it? Oh, she wasn't muted. Sorry.
I know. I'm going to need that. I'm going to need to do one of those. So, all right, here's the deal. A combination. Sometimes for us level 2ers and our DIYers, we got to do a little duct taping. Okay. Yeah. We got to duct tape some things together. So what I did was you can download the GIF or go find it somewhere, pull it into Canva, right? Put it into Canva, put it where you want it. I'll show you. Put it where you want it in Canva. And then you just bear with me, you guys. This stuff is like one of those things. All right, let me get to my animations. So put it in Canva. So like party parrot moves around if I wanted to. I made him smaller, right? And you're going to export this as a video file or even a GIF. And then you're going to go to this really cool application called Unscreen. And what Unscreen is going to do is it's going to make the background transparent, because as of right now, Canva does not allow you to have the ability to you can export images with transparent backgrounds, but you cannot. Yeah, see, but you can't export videos or GIFs, not yet. I think they're working on it, but it's probably a ways away. So right now, you could hire a designer. You could probably upload your thing to Fiverr and say, I need someone to remove the background from this GIF file. And I'm sure you could do it. We don't all have Paul Dixons in our lives, right? But the hack way, which isn't the perfect way, okay, is you would use this application called Unscreen. Now, there's a paid version. Now you're getting I mean,
oh my God.
Isn't that freaking awesome?
That is awesome.
Okay, so I was like, I don't really want to get stuck in the world of legalese and rights. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to replicate all my favorite GIFs with me.
Yes, totally.
So anyways, so you would go into Unscreen and you upload the little video and it removes the background for you. Now, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. I will say that I've been playing around with this a lot. It works really well with actual videos of people. I think it's the algorithms that they've built in this work for that. You
Mm,
could try doing some animated text things. I've tried that, but it doesn't really work. So you kind of need a Paul Dixon for those those text animations that you want.
yeah.
But yeah, so for now, so basically, like I have a few of these. This one down here, I love this guy. Wow, I love that guy.
This
Wow,
is
I
guys,
love that guy.
can we just take a pause for a second and really like you guys are loving it. So I think you get it, but I just want to make sure this stuff increases engagement. Everybody is
Yeah,
always struggling to get more people to comment. When you do fun little things like this, which typically have happened on the level 3, and to answer Drew's question about like showing comments and doing all the things, I'm running this from a level 3, what I call what's called ECAM software,
did you
but
come up with the new Ecamm? Did you name it? Kidding. Just kidding.
whoops. Taking credit. But level 3, with level 2, you can still show comments. And, Mel
Mhm.
has all of these amazing hacks to do some of the things that we've been doing on level 3 all along. So this is, hopefully that answers your question. But this type of stuff increases engagement, creates a community, and people want to come back when you have an entertaining show. Entertaining can mean a bunch of different things. And that has to be on your personality. But
Totally. Yeah, like not everybody's wants like you may have a different type of show. You can come up with your own things.
yeah.
And so you're totally right. And I'm glad you said that because my people love these things. Like I literally created these custom animations of me literally yesterday morning. And I was like, you guys, I've been working on this. I can't like here's a sneak peek. And they were like comments. It was like they loved it. They were commenting, they're like, this is hilarious. And yeah, so here's what you can do. I
Oh,
mean,
wait, hold on. I'm supposed to blow your mind with snow.
whoa! You guys, you might need a Paul Dixon for this kind of
Yeah,
snow. I mean,
this probably, well, it's kind of like your confetti hack, but
yeah,
this is Mr. Paul
yeah.
Dixon's. Okay, sorry, you were about to show something.
No, I was gonna say, so we saw the guy, right? The wow. Look, I made my own. Wow. Like,
I love it.
boom. So what's really fun is you can so I hope it isn't gonna, okay. So look, you could also make a countdown timer and you could add a GIF to it, one of these animations to your countdown timer if you really wanted to. And so they will loop. My Canva's slow today. I don't know why,
Well,
but
because
I
we're
actually have these
streaming, you're probably bogging down your computer.
system overload. So these also you can just add more character, more of your personality into your own content. And so I actually have put some GIFs in my countdown timers as well, and people love them. And so, let me show this to you in a stream so that you can see
While
what it looks like in an actual stream really fast.
while you pull that up, everybody's like, I need that snow. So if you want snow, you can
Yes.
go get that right here at livestreampros.com/store. It's super cheap. So we have all kinds of different graphics that you can use. You just need to be aware of what graphics you can use on level 2 versus level 3. And if you have any questions, you can always email us at support. Okay.
Totally. Yeah, and those files that you have, your snow and confetti and those things, are those video files, or do you guys also have those
Those
in
are video.
transparent?
It's a video
Okay.
file. The
Paul
transparent video
Dixon,
files.
we need you to make them transparent GIFs for us level 2s, okay?
Okay.
Us level 2s.
We're going to
That's
make a
all we need.
note of that.
Yeah, because if it's a transparent GIF, then I upload it in right over here, and I can like be like, because here's the thing, I do live Q&As. I like to celebrate stuff with the people in my group and in my programs, and I want to like, this is my version of a super chat, even though it's not a super chat, but I
Yeah.
might want to say, hey, you did a great job, like, woo, we're gonna dance for you, and I can pull these things up, and people love that stuff. They like that. Here's my wow. You gotta see it. Wow.
Love it.
And mind blown. But yeah. So, I wanted to show you guys those things because they are, like Luria said, they add engagement.
Yeah,
They make a big difference and people love it. And it makes your show more entertaining. It gives you something that because here's the thing I also find is that people are like, when they're on live video, they feel like it's all on them. Like they're the show. But if
exactly.
you have these other little fun, quirky things that you can add, it makes it feel a little bit less like, you have to perform the whole time. And so these little things perform for you, pulling up comments, doing all these things. And they really do help increase engagement, but they also just, they take a little bit of that pressure off, I guess, is really the best way to describe it.
Awesome, Rob. I'm glad you're going to use it in your Christmas concert. That's awesome. Okay, so the bonus hack. Are you guys ready for a bonus hack? Type bonus in the comments if you want this bonus hack. Uh-oh. Is that okay?
No, it's fine. I'm just.
I was like, what's going on?
Oh no, I'm actually, that's like, are you guys ready for this?
Oh, okay. I thought something went wrong. Bonus. No. Yes, we want bonuses. Fantastic. So one of the big issues with a level 2 service is that you can't bring in multiple cameras. So if you have 2 capture cards, 2 cameras coming in, like I have my Abby cam or behind the scenes cam or anything like that, you can't bring that in, but Mel has your back.
Us level 2Es, we get to do multiple cameras too. So if you have an Abby, if you have a little dog or whatever, and you want to do an Abby cam, you can totally do an Abby cam. So at first, why would you want to have a second camera? Why would you want another camera, right? So things like that. Like again, what is it? Your be right back screen could be your Abby cam. You could be like, hold on, everybody watch Abby while I go figure this out. Like
totally,
so
yes.
That's one reason. Another reason is because some people just different camera angles, like we watch the news, we see them do it. They're like talking here. And then all of a sudden they're like, and now I'm talking to this camera over here. Like we see that stuff. That's great for longer shows because it just changes the perspective, which makes it just, no other way to put it, less boring, right?
Yeah.
But other reason, and the other thing I hear people say is that they want another camera is because they want to talk to their audience, but then they also want to show them something else and not have to move the camera, grab it, do other things, right?
Exactly.
And so that's like maybe a behind the scenes camera. I think about this for like people who are artists, painters, they could put a camera up here and be like a bird's eye and they could be showing something.
We have a ton of demo students and viewers and DIYs, all of that. Yes, Jessica, you could use the A10 Mini for this purpose. However, that's a larger cost involved, right? So Mel is trying to get you guys going for no extra cost, no extra, anything, and hack your way into this stuff. Now, the A10 Mini, we do have a stream coming up. We're going to talk all about the A10 Mini. I know you guys have been begging me for that. So Photo Joseph will be joining us in a couple weeks, 23rd, something like that. And we'll be talking about that, but that's not what we're going to be talking about today.
I'm actually super excited about that because the A10 Mini is something that's on my horizon. But as you said, before you buy a switcher like that or whatever, I don't even know what the technical term of it. What is that?
A switcher.
What is that thing? A switcher. Okay. So yay.
Can you hear the vacuum outside my door?
I can actually. You guys, what is it we always say? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So there you go.
They're cleaning the hallways out there, apparently.
And you guys care? Nope. It's all good. We're live. It's all good. So here's the deal. Again, look to what other people are doing and find your way to do it. This requires no extra cost. It requires another tab in your browser. Now, if you only have one camera, you may have to go buy another camera, but there's ways you can use your iPhone as a camera too. And I think you guys have a demonstration video on that as well. So if you have a webcam, if you have a DSLR and you have a phone, you have 2 cameras. And so almost all of us have 2 cameras. So now the other thing I'll say is maybe you started out with a Logitech and you upgraded to a DSLR, right? Maybe like a Sony a6100 because David told you to or whatever, right? So if that's the case, don't get rid of your old Logitech, keep it because even if it's a little lower quality, it kind of makes for a perfect little behind the scenes camera. So let me go ahead. You can go back to my screen. So we're in StreamYard. And again, like I said, I'm in my broadcast studio. And now all you do is open up another Chrome tab and you enter the same broadcast, but you're going to select a different camera. The funny thing is right before the show, when Luria said we were having a dance off, I was like, well, I better raise my desk. I better raise my desk so I can stand during this one because I can't be having a dance off sitting down. So as you see over here is my Logitech 920. And I actually am going to enter the broadcast studio and it's going to let me enter in down here. Now, the reason I'm showing this is because a lot of people think, oh yeah, you could have 2 cameras. You just invite yourself as a guest and join as a guest. No,
that's how
don't do that.
Done it. That's how I've done it.
Yeah, you don't have to. And Restream does the same thing. I tested this in Restream. You can absolutely do the same thing. I'm sure all the level 2s, you just open up another browser, join with the other camera, and all of a sudden you got 2 cameras in your
Yeah.
stream. You got like a
There you
little one,
go.
a big one, and there's your behind the scenes. Hey. So now people can see whatever angle you wanna do. And so you can twitch or switch and go back and forth. You can do lots of stuff. You can do solo. You can toggle back and forth between the
Yeah.
views. So, I mean,
So,
the
and
opportunity.
again, there are multiple ways to accomplish that. We've got NDI, we've got, A10 mini, we've got all kinds of different things that you could do. But this is probably the simplest thing. No technology needed, no figuring out what the heck NDI is. So many people get so overwhelmed so quickly that's the beauty of today's show, is that you really have almost no excuse with these hacks.
I know, that's the thing. And so I'm seeing some of the comments, and that's what's so
David
cool
says he
about
doesn't tell anyone to do anything. But yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Oh, imagine if we pooled together all the money everyone spent because David told us to buy it. Millions of dollars. Anyway,
Sorry, what were you about to
so
say?
no, I was gonna say, what I love about your community is that, like, I've been watching you forever. I've been watching you since I wasn't doing any of these things.
Yeah.
And I've gotten inspired by the things that you guys do in your shows. And I'm like, I'm gonna figure this out. And that's what I love to do. Like, some people geek out on like making the perfect cupcake. I geek out on like figuring out these like hacks. I enjoy it. I actually truly love doing it. And then I love sharing that knowledge with people. And so, but what my point is that your community has people that literally have maybe never even gone live, to people that are literally level 4 and everything in between. And so you have people that are like, oh, use NDI, use the ATM mini, use this, use that. Those are all total great solutions. And again, now I'm like, sweet, I need to learn about the ATM mini. I need to learn about NDI. But today I'm here at level 2. So wherever you are in your journey, use what you have now. Don't think that you can't do some of these great fun things. Know that you actually can start, and you can start to slowly introduce these things with these little hacks. And you guys, I'm only scratching the surface. There's so many other cool things you can do. And these applications like StreamYard, Restream, all the level 2s, they are continuing to enhance them. They are continuing to listen to the users and the audience, and they're continuing to add and create more features. So
Yeah.
don't like,
Oops, sorry. I hit the wrong button.
You're fine. You're going to continue to, I have an echo in my ears. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Hold on. I think it's because I was in
Oh,
StreamYard.
yeah.
Okay. So my point is that use what you have and add these things, and then go. And then eventually maybe you do grab an A10 mini and you're like, okay, great. Now I'm going to watch a live streaming pros tutorial on how to do this. The whole point, like Andy Dawson says, no excuses. You can do these things. You can have fun with it. Experience the results, like Anne and her 30% freaking business growth. Like, whoa, you can do those things too. And then maybe with that investment, that added revenue growth, then you can hire like a Paul Dixon to create your own awesome, fancy things. And you don't have to duct tape things together anymore. But no matter where you are, learn from the people that are further along in their journey, right? But remember this, a level 3 or a level 4 broadcast can also be crappy. So even us scrappy people, we don't have to be crappy. We can create really great stuff. It's all about you putting yourself into the content, you figuring out what you're going to do, and you just showing up and using some of these fun features and just being authentic with it all. And so a level 1, level 2 holding you back. If you feel like you're waiting on level 3, don't go now, do it now. And then eventually maybe you will go to level 3, or maybe you won't. Maybe you'll stick and you'll stay in level 2. And that's a place where you're going to be comfortable, and that's all you need. And that may not be all your business needs. But I love that we can look at all these level 3s and level 4s and get all these great ideas. And then we can figure out how to apply them in our own business, in our own streams. You're muted. Uh-oh.
Sorry, I was trying to fix the echo. Sorry. So that's exactly what she just said. Our community inside of Streamer Accelerator is amazing at helping each other. We just implemented some additional, support for making sure that you're getting the help you need wherever you are, and people share their tips and all of that. So if you want to be a part of a community that supports you where you are, this is the place to be. And Mel is in there as well, both asking for help and helping others. And it's just I was talking yesterday about how wonderful the community is. So
it's like amazing, you guys. Like, I mean, so much support. I mean, you could, oh my gosh, it's incredible. I was texting you and I was like, clearly you have fostered a culture of positivity and support. And I think it's so funny that like anymore, you can't even answer the questions before somebody else gets to it.
I know,
first,
like I can't even, I'm like, okay, everybody has it before I do, which is amazing. You know, it wasn't always that way. So I love to see that growth and that change of mentality over the time. Eileen says, thank you so much for the bonus hack. All your tips are awesome. Who wants more of Mel? Because I think she's so freaking awesome that we should bring her back as a co-host fairly often. What do you guys say?
Hey, I'm all about it. I love doing this. It's fun.
But speaking more, yes, wow, more Melanie, yes. Oh, and apparently we're a cult, not a culture. Sorry.
I call that culture or cult.
More. Okay, so you missed like almost all of it, dude. You have to go watch them. Replay. Okay, so tell them where they can find you. Tell them about the boot camp that you have going on, so they can follow up with you outside of LSP as well.
Yeah, thank you for that. So you'll see me in the comments in a lot of these videos, of course. I love tuning in, but you can find me a few ways. So go to melaniediane.com and you're going to actually find a few opportunities to get some of my free resources, including subscribe to my podcast. I actually have a podcast called DIY Marketing School with Melanie Diane Howe, where I talk about all these like DIY style things. And then, yes, as Luria mentioned, I literally like I said, doors technically, like you're kind of like the door's cracked, right? Like the door's cracked. You could sneak into the boot camp, but the boot camp is all about me helping people embrace live video, get good at it, practice it. I coach you, I mentor you. It's all about implementation. That's why it's a boot camp. So it also includes course materials. But I also say, you don't need an online course about live video. You need to take action and get into it and start doing the stuff. That's the way you get comfortable. That's the way you get good at it. And so while you have all the tutorials and the resources and the checklists and all the things made available to you, the real results are going to come from you taking action in this boot camp. And so it's a Facebook group, a community of other students in there learning to do live video. It's very much level 1 and level 2. We do not go into level 3. I may mention it. Usually what I do is I say, if you want that, I'm going to send you on over to Live Streaming Pros. You can graduate from my program and head on over to learn all the level 3 stuff over there. But we very much focus on level 1, level 2. And it's all about really getting consistent and embracing that live video is not just something you do when you're launching or selling something. It's something you should be doing regularly in your business, continuously, all the time. So, oh, hold on. I see somebody that says more cowbell, please. Debbie Santiago. That means that she comes from the world of Bobby and I. So the whole more cowbell thing. Live video is all about putting more cowbell in your business and in your marketing for sure. So hello, shout out to you, Debbie. That's kind of an inside thing. So I saw it. I was like, what?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you can find all the information on that. I don't have the boot camp on the page just yet. It will be up there in a couple of days. But if you want to go check out the boot camp, just go to melanieheld.com/go live and you can learn about the boot camp. So thanks.
Fantastic. I love it. Thank you so much for all of the tips and sharing so willingly. I think you guys should put on your dancing shoes because Frenchie wants more dance. So we're going to dance this out for sure. We will definitely bring her back. We have a list of topics to cover. If there's anything you want from Mel, let us know so that we can add those to the list. And yes, so it has been amazing. I love your energy. You've rocked it today. So thank you.
Well, thanks for having me, Luria. This was a total honor. And like I said, all I've ever wanted to do is dance during one of your countdown timers. So,
well, done. And you get a bonus dance because we have to dance it out as well.
Dance it out. I love it. Let's do it.
All right, you guys. Thank you. Say bye to Mel.